You may recall the Civil War, whose combatants we memorialize today, took 4 years from start to finish.
Historians agree it could have been a lot shorter. Charlie looks at why in tonight's Memorial Day edition of Travels with Charlie.
At the far end of the Laurel Flea Market is the Dollar Book Shuffle, which is where I found this book, Storm Over the Land by Carl Sandburg. It's a shorter version of Sandburg's 4-volume Abraham Lincoln, The War Years, which is considered one of the most extensive accounts of America's great trial, the Civil War. It was there I learned of a Union general who commanded the largest, most well-equipped army the world had ever seen to do absolutely nothing. While just across the Potomac River, General Robert E. Lee's Army of Virginia, much smaller and ill-equipped, played the banjo while playing with the opposing general's head. By marching the same troops into and out of the woods to appear better garrisoned, and building a menacing artillery of Quaker guns, which are logs painted to look like guns that look just like cannons from a safe distance. The general kept that safe distance long enough for Lee to build an army and escape with it, which caused the war to last 4 years instead of probably 1. That general's name was George B. McClellan. I went to see my good friend Carrol Hitch, a soldier and a historian, to find out why.
I believe it was his ego. He didn't want to tarnish his image. If you lose a battle, that's not good PR, because he wanted to be president.
McClellan did run for president against Abraham Lincoln, his commander-in-chief, and he lost. In 4 years, the American Civil War took the lives of nearly 750,000 soldiers and an estimated 50,000 civilians. It's a somber reflection to consider how many of those who died would have lived full lives if the war had lasted but 1 year and not 4. Keeping the memorial in Memorial Day is Charles Paparella, WBOC News.